scared. This is one of the electives. You may choose not to deliver this project. Most of the electives you choose in level 4 is going to be speeches like this, which is not really a speech. It will prepare you for something outside of Toastmasters. But to practice, it will allow Toastmasters as a platform where you can practice. This particular speech was about how to handle disruptions of various types. So there were certain role players who were assigned in advance. I don't know if they're in the room. If you are, can you please raise your hands? Yes. Okay, great. So these are the one person has left, I think. Abhishek. Yeah, Abhishek has left. So I'll first tell you what the speech is about. So you can come and deliver a speech or a presentation or anything. So I had a presentation which I could not play, so disruption happened before the speech. Afterwards, this is beyond objectives. Beyond objectives. The second point is what was very interesting is even though some people are assigned this role, others naturally have disruptive tendencies. So I was how many role players? There's supposed to be only 5, there were too many. So I was getting very confused. But let me tell you very quickly what the disruptions are, and then those who are present in the room who played the role can tell me. The first is a talker. You like to talk, you offer your opinion and comments on everything that anyone says, even when you have nothing substantive to contribute. After the speaker addresses you, you must stop your disruption. Obviously, they don't remember this line. You may only disturb the speaker once during the speech. So who was a talker here? Yeah, so she disrupted me 3 times. So is she naturally the disruptor? Is that her role? I was so confused. This is not ending. I'm counting how many disruptions are coming. But Sakshi, you played your role very well. I'm very impressed. Can we have a round of applause? Sakshi has very good. Sakshi, now you know that you should not talk. Good. The interrupter. Now this is a very interesting role. Now the interrupter, you have something to contribute to the discussion but prefer to do it only when someone else is talking. You break in to agree, disagree or make another point. Who is the interrupter? Yeah, I think it was Abhishek because he was trying to interrupt etc. But as an argument, it was more of an argument. So I don't know if he was playing both roles or he was like a split personality that I have to be both. But I think he just interrupts me in intelligent ways. So I would like to thank him. The chatterer. Yeah, you like to make side comments to your neighbor. Perhaps commenting on something being discussed or maybe talking about an entirely unrelated subject. Rupasri? Yeah. You are also. So only one person can play the role. So I was like, how many chatterers are there? So were you playing the role or you naturally the chatterer?
I was chatterer.
So yes, there was some confusion. That's why I was confused. I was thinking, what is happening? Very good. So it was very. So the way to handle a chatterer. So the others you saw what I was doing. I was telling yes. I was acknowledging them. The chatterers can be handled in multiple ways. For example, just look at them till they stop, or ask them to share their story. So I tried all the technique because all of you were chatting constantly. Even though you're supposed to do it once, you kept doing. So thank you. The arguer. Now this is very interesting. You know it all and feel obligated to share this extensive knowledge with others. So who was the arguer today?
I don't think it was any arguer.
I think Abhishek was an arguer. So he was either confused or he was playing both roles. So he argued. He in fact said, no, I don't agree. So you have to, even though, so Afsar, to answer your question as a jury, yes, I have to tell that questions are part, but if you find that someone is arguing, then your the expertise that you have will seem to go down. So you have to argue with him in a respectable manner. So I said yes. Not only body language, there is voice modulation, facial expression, stance, movement. So then I acknowledge his argument, one of the parts of his argument which is correct, and then substantiate by giving some more points. So I have to take that question. Okay, so that was arguments, and finally the silent type. Many of you are naturally the silent type. There she is. So obviously the DMOD cannot play any role. So I was lost. Still I asked her a question. So the silent type is someone who keeps silent. So I asked him and I asked her and some others, okay, would you like to add something? So whoever you feel is very silent and not contributing, you have to ask them at least something. Which I think I did to 3-4 people. So that is how I tried to cover all of this, and thank you so much for acknowledging by giving me this ribbon with someone else. I really appreciate the fact that you did that. Even if I wouldn't have been, we wouldn't have got this, I would be very happy. Because I personally thought Rupasri did a fabulous job. not only as an exclusive role player, I thought she played her role perfectly, but also as a speaker, she was brilliant. So thank you so much, and I hope I was able to, a little more, I was able to teach you a little bit more about voice modulation. Timing me wrong, I have to keep rubbing the board. This is not ending! Yes, but now really if you have questions, you can ask me about voice modulation, about this project, anything.
I just wanted to ask, in case you are unable to convince whoever is arguing with you,
Yes.
and he is continuing with that,
Yes.
you are unable to stop him
Very good
in a
question.
huge crowd.
It has happened to me. For example, I am a mentor of IIT Kharagpur and I am a part of the induction team. So obviously there are certain students who think they know everything. They think they don't know. Because when I am there, they don't know. With other professors, yeah, maybe. So they say something rubbish, which is obviously rubbish. So very nicely I tell them and I say that's great. But I'm going to come to you later because that requires extensive discussion and no one remembers. Unless the person, I said, yes, I'll meet you after the class. So say just something and keep that person up. You cannot keep arguing. It will make you seem very bad, a bad person or someone who gets irritated. And you cannot ever argue. So whoever is arguing with you, even if he is not stopping, psychologically, if you agree to something that he's saying, that means you've agreed to him. But agree to something that you can agree with. Whatever he says, find something. Yes, I love the way you asked this question. Or you're wearing very good clothes. Or whatever. So you have to change around. The second thing is when someone is interrupting you and talking about something nonsensical like Jasmine. You cannot be sarcastic. I'm sorry, Abhishek. I would love to be. That's my natural tendency. But only for this project I was not being. But otherwise in real life, being sarcastic works. So all kinds of things work. And so that's regarding how you handle people. But if you have a question about voice modulation also, which is the double take. So I did something on voice modulation so that I can teach you something with the upcoming speech contests. Voice modulation is very important. So there was a little glimpse about voice modulation which I hope you understand.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions about voice modulation also, you can ask me. Do you have any questions? Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Regarding evaluation, because now pathways projects are quite different.
Regarding what? Evaluation. Of what? This project.
This project, or these kind of projects.
Okay.
When you have an advanced project like this,
Yes.
evaluation time still sticks to
Yes. Yes.
honestly.
Yes. Yes.
And when you have multiple role players within the project, apart
Yes.
from the speaker,
Yes.
are you obligated to talk about this one, or is, you
No.
can just speak about the speaker?
You can say yes, you handle disruptions. You can take a guess. I feel these were the disruptors I thought.
Okay.
So you can take a guess because the disruptors are only known to the Toastmaster of the day and to the VP education. That's it. You're not supposed to know. I'm not supposed to know. And of course, the TMOD cannot be lighting a disruptor. So I'm off track. But it doesn't matter. So you see, there is another project like this which is on question and answer, which I think Rohan did.
Yeah.
So there are multiple elective projects. Please try to challenge yourself in a way that can be challenged. So don't pick up something that is too difficult to handle. Pick up something you will be able to handle and you might be able to do a better job.
Okay. And when you talk about contests,
Yes.
is there any possibility of having these kind of projects as speeches in contest for evaluation
It's
or
okay.
it's not?
A very, very good question. But to answer your question with logic,
Research.
no, it can only be for 5 to 7 minutes. This speech is for 15 minutes. Obviously, such a speech cannot be delivered, but you never know. Any speech can come to you in a contest. Okay, a speech that will come to you in a contest if the contest chair does his or her homework and the chief judge is knowledgeable. The speech that you get to evaluate as a part of a contest will have flaws, some flaw. You are supposed to find out what the flaws are and talk about it. Hardly will you get a speech being delivered by a demo speaker that is flawless. Then that means someone has not got the meaning of the contest properly. So do not have to worry about that. So does anyone have any other question?
Regarding voice modulation,
Yes.
how any activities that you can suggest so that we can improve the voice modulation?
Yes. A very good thing about voice modulation is when you speak, you change your rate of speech. So when you're very nervous, you tend to speak very quickly because you're very nervous, you're very tense, you don't know how to handle things. So very good activity so that you can do it better is breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. That will give you more control. Secondly, use pauses. Very, very important to use pauses. When you know how to use a pause, when to use a pause, and when not to pause, your speech will never pause. Okay, and that is the pause for which it pauses. So please use that. The third part is understand that whatever you say can have a different meaning based based on how you are saying it. So be very sure. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to say, I want to show you the world, or do you want to say, I want to show you the world? Based on what you are trying to say, how you are trying to say it, this will change. So please, while drafting a speech, think about the way you are speaking. Have a comma, have a full stop, have